So we are back here with another video, man. We're going to be doing kind of a similar video to the one that we did on Saturday. Sorry about no video yesterday. Sundays are just kind of crazy for me because I enjoy watching NFL Red Zone and then watching the Sunday night game, and then my homework for school is due on Sundays. So usually I don't have a ton of time to record on Sunday, but we are back here, man, and I know this is going to be kind of a similar video as the one on Saturday, but I got a lot of plans for content, man. I've got kind of some ideas that I'm going to try to carry out throughout the week, man. But don't worry, we got some good comments that we're going to go over. We're going to be kind of talking about some of the things that people in the Myteam community are talking about, man. And then we're going to open up some packs because it gives kind of a nice backdrop. And only got 150K, so we're not going to go too crazy on base packs. But yeah, man, that is the goal today. So without further ado, let's start ripping. If you are new to the channel, please make sure to subscribe. If you are new here, we just hit 800 subscribers, so thank you guys so much for that. Let's get to 900 as fast as possible, man, and then eventually that 1,000 mark. Like I've always told you guys, once we hit 1,000, man, we'll do a big old giveaway, so don't waste any time. And also leave a like on the video, man. That also really helps me out. The algorithm really likes that when you guys do that. So that's always very much appreciated. So let's start ripping, man. Okay, so one of the main topics that I keep seeing circulating is that there is nothing to do in the game mode and that the game mode is not rewarding, which both of those statements are very, very untrue. You get an ultimate reward in every game mode. The game mode is very rewarding when it comes to MT and badges and stuff like that, way more than it ever has been, even though it still has been nerfed. So that is kind of a theme that I keep seeing, keeps getting brought up. And people are complaining about the lack of reward cards, agenda cards. I don't know, this might just be me, but I'd rather be rewarded with some MT rather than some random ruby, because then at that point you can take that MT and buy any of the hundreds of rubies or emeralds that are available on the auction house. And that kind of leads into another point where people are complaining about how cards are extinct. Well, there's like 4,000 or maybe it's 3,000 cards in the game right now. So if one specific card is extinct, I'm sure that there's another card for you, man. I mean, let's just tell it how it is. I mean, if there's one specific card that you want that's extinct, and also look after the Wild Gems packs drop tomorrow, then that card will probably be available. Somebody probably will pull it. So that complaint is kind of interesting. And okay, let's, I'm going to actually start looking at some of the comments here, man. Let's see, where are we at here? So this comment was interesting, and it is just kind of full of flaws. So this is one that I wanted to highlight here. It says, I miss the days when you can get Pink Diamond Giannis from a spotlight, or how about that Wayne Embry? I think that was also the first year of the Dentist. That's when 2K was good. Okay, so Wayne Embry and the Dentist were in 2K21. The Giannis spotlights were in 2K20. The thing that everyone seems to forget, and it's been like this for like a couple years now, that Pink Diamond Giannis from the spotlights in 2K20, that card was not free. And he was very, very hard to get as well. You had to get every card from, I don't know if it was every card, but you had to get a couple of the top tier cards from the Giannis Spotlight set from packs to grind out those challenges. So everyone kind of likes to look back at that card and think that he was free. That Pink Diamond Giannis was not free. And he was a heck of a grind. On top of that, the grind was very, very hard. So yeah, I don't know why people like to glorify that and say that it was free, but that is just completely wrong. And then, yes, I do agree. Wayne Embry, Terry Dishinger. Ooh, this is a diamond something. What is this? It's probably just it's a breakout rep multiplier. Interesting that that's diamond, because I bet it's just, like you get 2 times rep in one breakout game. I guess it's better than nothing. But anyway, yeah. People complained so much about RNG rewards, and that's why they're not here anymore. And there actually is technically an RNG rewards in the game right now. There are cards that you can get on Breakout. There's a Diamond Kyle Lowry. There's a Pink Diamond Drew Holiday. Yes, they are very hard to get. there aren't very many people seeing them, but there technically is RNG cards in the game right now. So yeah, anyway, yeah, that Pink Diamond Giannis, I don't know why people like to say that that was free and like such a W and stuff. That was, if you actually played, man, that was, yeah, I don't know. Okay, pack cards are the worst I've ever seen. Well, 7.1% out of 90 plus 2.1% chance at a diamond. There's been packs like this in previous years where the chances for a diamond would have been sub 1 as well. There has been so many packs where the top 2 tiers are both sub 1. So this claim is also, and this claim comes from people that are looking on the auction house and seeing that there's barely any pink diamonds. Now, the odds for the pink diamonds, there is a chance that they could be lower. I honestly think that they're the same as previous years, though, and it's just a case of there's not very many people opening up packs. I mean, there is like no pack opening videos on YouTube. Nobody's opening up packs. So I think that that's the, I mean, but there is no proof. There is a chance that the odds for the absolute top tier, since they don't show us the actual odds, is lower. But I would venture to guess that it is the same. But the pack odds overall are not even close to the worst set of it. And people keep saying that. Like, I see that in the comments on pretty much every video that these pack odds are the worst. No, they're not even close, man. So yeah, that's kind of my thoughts on that one. Let's scroll over to the next one here. We got an Emerald Denny Avdia duplicate, man. Okay, yeah, and there's another thing that people are running with that all we're doing is playing for packs. There's literally like last year that was the case, okay? On Breakout and everything else, there was a bunch of unauctionable packs everywhere, and there is in the game this year too, but it's not like last year, man. There's a lot of really, really good prizes on Breakout still. So, and we're not playing for packs. We're playing for Sigma, Kid, Rice. I mean, those are pretty, I would rather, the system I think right now with the ultimate game mode rewards is the best it's ever been. Did they increase the length of the grinds overall? Yes. But the fact that you can choose the card that you want, it's not just a random card in each given game mode, or you can choose to try and pull one of the hundreds of pink diamonds. Like, it's way, the ultimate reward for each game mode is better than it's ever been, with it being like a choice and everything, man. So yeah, I don't know. That's just something that people just keep saying, is that the game mode's not rewarding. All we're doing is playing for packs. There's a bunch of people asking Ty how the payout works and why or when is he going to get paid and everything, which it wouldn't really be notable, but I literally saw like 25 or 30 people commenting that. Like, why do you care? Like, I just thought that that was kind of funny, so I wanted to bring that. The amount of people that are asking him either when he is going to get paid or how he is going to get paid and being very like specific about it is just really strange, man. And I kind of found it sort of funny, so that's why I'm bringing that up. Okay. So more people saying that the auction house is getting manipulated and that the cards are overpriced and everything. They took out game mode reward cards and replaced them all with packs. Yeah. Are you talking about last year? Because that's kind of how it was last year, but it's not like that this year. So that just kind of shows that maybe you're not playing the game. That's kind of interesting. Calling 2K pay to win pack drops with cards you can't even find on the auction house content got to be an all-time low. Okay, so the whole is 2K lacking in content thing kind of interesting. So to me, there's three separate points that are kind of getting melded together. Well, I guess maybe two main points that are kind of getting melded together. And it is that there's nothing to do, there's no content, or that the content is stale, which those are two very separate points. And a lot of people kind of just look at them as at the same point. Is the content a little bit stale? Yes, I will agree, because we've only gotten one update to Breakout and they keep dropping the same packs on Tuesday. But saying that there's no content and nothing to do is absolutely insane. Like, I guarantee you haven't gotten all the pink diamond rewards. I guarantee you, you have plenty of MT to afford some of these wild gem cards. Like, go ahead and I just don't know if people forget that you can go on the auction house, you can make a ton of MT really easily and just buy some cards. But yeah, people are complaining about the lack of reward cards, and yeah, it was sort of cool when we had agendas for rubies and amethysts, but like I already said earlier in the video, there's like hundreds of cards of each of those tiers available, and I'd rather have it where it's kind of your choice, you know, who you do want to buy and all that. So I don't know, man. Just kind of thought I would kind of highlight some more of the things that people are saying that are just absolutely sort of ridiculous, man. Um, yeah, I don't know. But people, yeah, people are continuing to look back at past 2Ks and glorify things that were complained about at the time. People complained about vault rewards at the time. People complained about this. Well, people didn't really complain about the spotlights, I guess. But if something like that dropped in today's game, like say that you needed to get pink diamond, either pink diamond Swin Cash or Kyrie Irving, you needed one of those cards to get a different pink diamond reward, and you had to grind out like 15 games. That was the equivalent of what you needed to do to get pink diamond Giannis. And if they drop that in today's game, people would be so upset and say that it's absolutely awful. Now, given the pink diamonds in that game, the pack odds I do believe actually were better in 2K20. It seems like pretty much everyone, including myself, had an easier time pulling the top tier cards in 2K20. And then I think 2K21, when they started showing the odds, all that, that's when the pack odds kind of started to get. I think the pack odds from 2K21 are similar to how they are now in the game. But yeah, anyway, that would be the equivalent of that Giannis spotlight. Is if you needed Pink Diamond Kyrie and needed to grind out 15 games with a couple of the last games being very hard. Like kind of what we're looking at with some of these final breakout games right now, where there is a good chance if you're not sweating that you are going to lose. Or if you're not running back cuts, if you're not running like an all big man lineup in a triple threat game, like there's a chance if you're really not paying attention that you could lose. And yeah, I mean, that's the equivalent of what that was. And people just are glorifying the heck out of that. And everyone always glorifies all the spotlight sims and everything. I would like to see some spotlight sims in 2K, just in some of the newer 2Ks. I think the last time we saw like a really good spotlight sim was 2K23. Yes, they had some last year, but they really weren't it, because the one that I remember from last year was all the pink diamonds from playoff teams, where when they would drop spotlight sims in 2K23 and prior, maybe they did in 24. I didn't really play 24, but in 2K23 and prior, there would be like 5 or 6 cards out of the spotlight sim that were top 10 cards in the game. We do kind of need to see something like that again. But yeah, I just think that, and then people glorifying the RNG rewards when everyone just absolutely dogged on the RNG rewards out of the vault and the ball drop at the time, and now everyone looks back and kind of glorifies them. So yeah, one thing that I really, ooh, we're out of MT, jeez. Let's go ahead and sell a couple of cards here. One thing that I do really resonate with a lot of people in the Myteam community is non-auctionable packs. Non-auctionable packs are just one of the least consumer-friendly things that this game has to offer, man. And honestly, it's a very scummy thing for 2K to have added them, but I do understand why they are in the game. I do, because it does encourage sales of real packs in theory. Not for some people, because some people, unauctionable packs, they hate them so much, it kind of like drives them off the game or makes them not want to play the game, which is a lot of what, you know, a lot of these things that they do that in theory bring some people to the pack market are also at the same time driving people off of the game. So I think that that might be kind of an aspect that they're not considering either. Maybe they don't care. I mean, that's kind of the thing is I think 2K's goal right now, as many people have said, is to get as many big spenders as possible. And they don't care about people that are only spending 100 or less a week. They really don't. And I think they're trying to get as many big spenders as possible. They're trying to promote pack opening content as much as possible. I really think that they're kind of trying to drive the DBGs, the Ty Debos, the JC2Ks off of the platform. I really think that that's kind of their goal. Ooh, I didn't mean to send it to my auctions. My bad. I think that that is their goal with creators like that. I think they want more Kills Moys, more Carlos stories, more content creators like that. So I think that that is actually a reason that they're doing some of the stuff that they're doing, because DBG is almost gone. Like he's barely even plays the game. I think he's like an Emerald 1. Which I'm an Emerald 5, and I haven't even really, all that I've done is done the breakout grind. But some people are, if you've really played the game, you're at least Sapphire. So I think that they're trying to drive him, and he's going to keep making videos for sure. But I think that they're trying to make it so that, yeah, creators like that kind of just dog on the game, they're trying to get rid of those, and they're trying to get it to where there's more Kills and Moys, more Carlos stories, which I don't know. We'll see if that happens, but it's kind of questionable, to be honest. All right, so let's open up one last pack here. And yeah, like I said, we got a lot more. I got some ideas for some content this coming week. I know it is kind of a little bit hard, which I will admit it's a little bit hard with how the game is right now. There's really nothing new. Like last week, the only new things were this pack drop and the breakout update. That was the only couple things that were new. Yes, there was some agenda stuff, but it was stuff that was really just not even that notable at the end of the day. But like I said a couple times now already, and I'll keep repeating myself, but I got some good ideas for content, man. So make sure to stay tuned. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you're new. Make sure to leave a like on the video before you take off, man. Like I said, that really helps out it seems like every time I get a like, my video will then get like 25 or 30 random views just right after the like. So the algorithm really, really likes on videos, man. So that really helps me out a ton. And any like and any subscription that I get from you guys, really, really, it's always very, very much appreciated. But anyway, with all that being said, that's enough rambling. That was a lot of talking, man. But yeah, we got some good content coming soon. I got some rankings. I'm gonna have some other like really ideas that no one's really ever done before as well. So we'll see if those hit. But anyway, with all that being said, appreciate you guys so much, man, and I will see you guys in the next video.